Hey guys, welcome back to the BSS series. My name is Ugo, just in case you're joining me for the first time. And thank you so much for coming on here. So, if you're just tuning in, we're still on the BSS series where we're talking about body, soul, and spirit. And last week we discussed, identity crisis, overcoming, dealing with identity crisis, right? So this week we're continuing, in that topic because it's a really important topic, right? And that's the reason why we've decided to spend more time, in this topic, right? So today I have an amazing guest, someone that has been very close to us. His name is Mr. Femi Ogunleye, and he's an identity coach and the founder of the WhoAmI team. So I'm going to allow him introduce himself. He's already smiling. So, Mr. Femi, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you very much, Hugo. Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure being around you.
Thank you.
I will say it anyways. She's fine and she's fair and I'm dark and we're having the Beauty and the Beast show right here.
No!
Thank you for having me. I will take it the way it comes to me.
Thank you so much, Mr. Femi.
Yeah, first of all, the topic you've picked is right for this season actually. And it's needed at this point.
Exactly.
It's needed at this point because a lot of people, teenagers and even adults, have this crisis, identity crisis, and they just don't even know how to deal with it. So the question is, how did I even get in the first place? How am I an identity coach? Why am I not a regular coach?
Exactly.
It's a journey I underwent myself.
Oh, wow.
All right. It's a journey that... Okay, so it started like some years ago. I'm an investment banker. I'm an entrepreneur. And about 3-4 years ago, my entire business and life collapsed.
Wow.
I usually jokingly tell people that the only reason why I'm breathing is because there's no lagoon in Abuja. I would have jumped in. It was that bad, it was that crazy. So what did I do? And it's not that I'm not a dull person. I believe I'm a brilliant person, I believe so. Judging by his academic records and everything. I had to put everything aside. Then started an inward journey. Introspection. It was a painful process. It was a process that you have to be honest about. And you look at yourself in the mirror and you would tell yourself, do you know what? This is not good, but this is who I am now.
Wow.
I did a lot of soul searching. I did a lot of reading. I did a lot of listening to podcasts and messages. And I think during that period, I fell in love with Dr. Miles Monroe. Every evening, for close to 6 months, I took evening walks around my estate, 2 hours. So it was like a total brain re-engineering. And instantly now called to me that, Femi, listen, the problem truly is what you believed about yourself. What you believed about the world. And it has nothing to do with how intelligent you are or not. It's just your orientation. I had to now trace my steps back again, painfully, but over and over again. And I got to a point where I now became confident in myself.
Wow.
So it got to a point where I was very confident. I was sure of who I am. And I was no longer swayed by opinions. I was no longer swayed by circumstances. I was now sure of the path I was supposed to take. Now, I haven't gone through that entire process, which took about a year plus, maybe like 18 months.
Oh, wow.
I believed it to be very wicked of me. I haven't gone through this process and not teach people. Especially when I realized a lot of people that are going through that same phase of confusion, especially the teenagers. They have no idea what they are doing. So I'm not okay, do you know what? Let me go out and teach people these things. So hence the name Identity Architect. So we create structures and frameworks to guide people into what they should be or who they should be.
Perfect.
All right. And so that's it really. Yeah, she mentioned the WhoAmI team, the founder of the WhoAmI team. WhoAmI simply means helping you be you, which is aligned with the identity architect framework which I chair. And so we've already written a couple of journals and a couple of other things. We work with a couple of schools to help teenagers come to life.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
So that is
I think
in a nutshell.
Wow. So I've known Mr. Femi for quite a while now, and I really haven't heard this story or this part of him. And this actually, he took me by surprise when I wanted, you see how the spirit works. When I was preparing for this, I did not, know about all of these things. But instantly I was drawn, because I think the same time I was preparing for the identity topic, he was also preparing, I just started seeing him, talking about identity on his status. And I'm like, oh, wow, I feel we should actually do a collaboration. And I reached out to him and, and I'm just hearing this, and this just explains everything in depth, right? This explains identity crisis is one of the issues. Is, if not the most, I think it's one of the greatest issues that we face in this day. Everything stems from identity. Whether you're looking for your purpose, your calling, yourself, whatever that means, identity is definitely a thing. So I really like how you started. I don't think we need to even talk about identity crisis, because with your story, you already brought it to life, right? So what I want to just know is, why do you think identity has become such a struggle, especially with young people in this time?
Okay, I believe identity is everything. Everything. If you don't have a clear understanding of who you are, how are you sure the next step you are taking is right or wrong? So it's important that people have an idea of who they are.
Exactly.
But before I answer your question, let us even try to define what identity is.
Okay.
Right? Identity is not what you are called. Identity is who you are. The essence of your being. That is your identity. Now, an identity is not something that they tell you. You have to come to accept it and believe it.
Exactly.
Before you can claim it's your identity. Now let us just do a little, just humor me a bit. Humor me, just follow me this. Are you a young lady or a man?
I'm a young lady.
Who told you?
I know, I could see.
How do you know? How do you believe? How did you get there?
Well, because I know I have female reproductive, I know I have female features and all of the, things. And
Okay. What if your dad comes to you and say, Ugo, and your father gave birth to you, you're a man? And he is insisting on it. What will you do?
I definitely not accept that reality.
Do you accept it? Is your dad talking to you?
Of course.
He gave birth to you. I mean, he did the whole process. You say no. Okay. Let's assume an angel comes, angel of light. Ugo, the way you are right now, you are a man. What do you say?
I mean, I don't know. Obviously, I can't believe the angel, because I can tell that I'm a woman. So
Now,
maybe I'll question if that's an angel or a demon.
fantastic. Now, can you see what I just tried to do? What I try to do right now is look at it. You say you are something. Your father can't convince you otherwise. An angel can't convince you otherwise. It means that you have owned that persona, irrespective of what anybody else tells you.
Exactly.
Now, that is your identity.
Exactly.
Now, what am I saying here, right? To claim your identity, you must believe it to a point where nothing will shift you. And you are able to even die for it. Jesus Christ wasn't crucified for what he was saying. He was crucified because of the identity he took on. Jesus Christ said, listen, I've said everything, but I am not the Son of God. They also cannot praise the prophet.
That's right. That's right.
Everybody that was persecuted in the Bible were persecuted on the basis of their identity.
That's right.
So, and now, if you don't know who you are, you will likely run into crisis. So, back to your question. Why is so much identity crisis in this generation? It's simple. A lot of people don't know who they are. Number one. Then number two, we have too many options.
Too many options.
So put it this way. I was listening to a preacher speak one day. I think Kunde for Lion or something. Just follow me, please. He said, during his days, in the 70s and maybe early 80s, if you wanted to be stupid for 2 hours and you want to watch porn, it will take you 1 month of planning, thinking, and strategizing. Because you should be able to find it from the video cassette rental. You have to find a way to sneak it from one place to your house. You must find a way to hide it in your house. Then you'll find a time when there's nobody at home. Secondly, the way the TVs were back then, which I also experienced, it's always in front of your father's room. So, in the sitting room. So, as soon as your father opens the door, you look at the TV straight. We have VHS and Betamax. If never takes life, it's hooked. So, how will you remove it? So, there's a lot of ingenuity. So, what happened back then was not because people were actually very good. It was because we are limited in choices. Right now, with the internet, people are spoiled with choices.
With choices.
How can you stop somebody from doing what they feel like doing just by telling them don't do it? It's almost impossible.
Wow.
The only way you can stop it is when you give them a clear understanding of who they are.
Exactly.
Then they will know that I should not be doing this, I should be doing that. So why the identity crisis is getting very bad these days is because there are too many options and there's no restriction. So dear man said, I just watched a video, I feel like a guy.
I know.
You like a girl. You like a Next thing, I feel like a woman. I still feel like a woman. Tomorrow, I feel like a dog. Which truly happens.
It happens.
It happens. So it's a problem. And that is simply because their minds haven't really been framed on who they should be. So if you don't have a clear-cut direction or a clear-cut identity or a clear-cut persona what you should be, you are liable to do so many things. So just imagine a buffet right now. Let's say I have high blood pressure and everything. There's a certain foods I shouldn't eat. And I go to a buffet stand. Because I know my condition, there are some foods I will avoid.
Exactly.
But if I don't know, I will eat whatever I want to eat. Then probably next 2 weeks I'll drop dead. And that is why there's a problem these days. We are spoiled with so many choices, but we don't have the roadmap or the framework to determine what we should do.
I really like what you just said with the choices, especially when you said because of the choices. Right? There are a lot of choices, and that's the reason. The other day I was on the internet and I saw a girl, she was just meowing. She was just, meowing like a cat. Meow, meow. And she was like, I think I identify like a cat as a cat. And I'm thinking, the other person was like, oh, I'm getting married to a snake. And I'm just like, what is happening to the world today? And it's happening, and it's bad. It's now scaled to the extent that any child that has a phone can actually access it. And if, just like you said, if their mind is not formed or their identity is not formed, they can actually take on the identity someone has actually curated. I mean, as we talk now, there are a lot of pronouns. There's they, she, and we don't know. And most time now, you're not just doing it, you're now trying to bend everyone, to follow that part, identify as they. And if I don't feel comfortable, you don't even think, and it's just in our faces, right? And we're being forced to conform, to that as the new norm, So Another question is, do you think Christians suffer from, identity crisis? And if so, why do you think so? Why do you think so? Or if so, why not? If not?
I mean, I think Christians suffer the most from identity crisis, suffer the most. And recalling what Dr. Miles Monroe said one of the times I was trying to find myself, he said that studies have proven that a lot of Christians are schizophrenic.
Wow.
And at that point, I didn't quite get what he was saying until I started unraveling this thing. And I say, yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Now, let's start from identity from the top. Identity is who you believe you are. Yes. Now, your identity gives birth to your belief system. What you believe about who you say you are. Your belief system gives birth to your values. What you uphold as true and as strong to protect your belief system. Your values shows up in your character.
That's right.
How you show up when things happen. Then you now have your daily habits. Now the last but not the least is the virtue, which is the essence of everything. Now, a Christian might say, I believe in God. God, I have the godly character, godly this, blah, blah, blah. Say everything you want to say. Because you read the Bible, you go to church and whatever, religious and everything. You now realize that a lot of them, their values don't align to what they say they are. It's a problem. Number two, the belief system they have about who they say they are does not align truly with who they say they are. So I might say, I believe in Christ or I believe in God. Question is, how much of God
do you know? Wow.
To even begin to form your values and your character.
I get you.
It's a problem.
It's a problem.
It's a problem. Now, I've come to discover that the greatest need in this generation is understanding and not really knowledge.
Yes, right.
You could know a lot, but you might not understand
how to apply it.
Of it. And that's what the problem is. So when we interact with Christians and other people, you hear them speaking a whole lot of things in the Bible, verses, quoting, reciting, but do you understand what you are saying? So you are saying something you don't understand. If it doesn't work, you say this thing doesn't work, but it's not necessarily true. Probably you just don't understand.
You don't understand it.
And that is why the Apostle Paul will tell that God gave the spirit of revelation and understanding. It's key. So understanding is usually maybe the major problem is truly not really how much knowledge
you know. Yes, that's right.
So let's go back to the character. Character is how you show up. I mean, before this show started, while some people have crisis, just for instance, you work in an organization. So you work in an organization, you say I'm a Christian, I hold godly character, godly virtues and everything. But that organization, they take bribe.
Yeah.
They do all sorts of shenanigans, and somehow you are stuck there. Naturally, there's a misalignment between who you say you are and the environment in which you operate.
You found yourself.
Clearly, you will run into mental issues.
That's right. That's
at the corporate level. Let's look at the personal level. Is it I have the Spirit of Christ in me? I'm supposed to be patient, I'm supposed to be kind, I'm supposed to be blah, blah, blah. But somehow you find yourself at every small irritation, you tick off like a dime bomb. You shout, you yell, you do also. So by the time all this madness comes down, you now go back in and say, Kai, but this is not me. Crises have started. And it gets worse if you don't have a solution to that pattern. You now begin to feel I'm a failure. You now begin to live double lives.
Oh yeah.
Because what you do in church is different from what happens Monday to Friday. So where the crisis comes is in the mind. What is integrity?
Inside and outside.
Integrity is simply mean oneness.
Yes.
What you are in is
Who
what
you are outside. That's right.
So what we have to do, a lot of people that what they are inside of them is different from what they show outside. Their brain is confused.
Oh yeah.
Now let's not even try and make it very spiritual or religious. Just look at normal biology and just normal thinking. The brain will be confused. The brain will say, Oga, who are you? No, really, Oga, who are you? Are you the gentle, quiet like a dog? Or the aggressive? What? As we normally say in this country, stay one place, maybe we know where to under. So
it's stressful.
Your brain is ultimately a reflection of your belief system. So that is why.
I mean, I love what you've just said. I really do. And I want to know, I know you said there's so many options, right? And you said it was because we have, a myriad of options. We have a lot of options. That's the reason why, there's a lot of identity crisis in today's time, right? But now, what are, some of the biggest influence, I know we spoke about social media, but what are some of the biggest, what would you say some of the biggest influence, are in terms of identity crisis?
Your family. The house you came from. That's number one.
Wow.
Because the moment you took your first breath, your father is telling you what you are. Based on his perception of the world.
Exactly.
Your mother is telling you who you should be. If you're a man, if you're a boy. Based on her perception of her husband and her father. If you're the last born, like me, all your elder ones, you want to tell you that.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you are born already with layers and layers of identities.
Layers.
And that is why it's actually one of the greatest traps I've seen in this world is when somebody is trapped in a family identity. This is how we do it in our home. This is who we are.
Culture.
Now, if within you, you somehow feel uneasy with what's going on, how do you break away from a culture that is being run by your father, your mother, your sister, your brother? It takes a lot of courage.
It takes a lot of courage, and most people don't have
and
it.
Conviction to get out of that. So, and that is where it is. So,
and that's where rebellion comes in.
Exactly. So, if a child says, "This is not me, I want to rebel," I mean, they will say, "What is wrong with you? A black sheep will castigate you," and they will now start withdrawing one or two benefits from you just to put you back in line. The question is this: if you are not sure of who you are, you will crack.
You crack.
You will crack at some point. So that is on one side. Number two, your friends. Peer pressure. That thing is real.
Of course it is.
Very real. So for instance, ask a lot of people, why do they smoke? They belong to a circle, and this is who we are. We are hard guys. We don't joke around. We don't smile. We do me this.
Oh yeah.
And that is who we are.
Yes.
So you have the peer pressure. Now add that to your family identity layer. Add that one there. Now go to a church that is not very solid. They now give you religious rituals.
Oh yeah.
They now start infiltrating your mind with things.
Oh yeah.
You are confused already. Okay, you now
School.
to start. Go to school and start dating because you like this particular girl and she's okay for you to like you should be like this. You now assume another identity. So between pets, and to let's say 18. Think of how many layers that have come.
Wow.
So you are one person, but in all of these categories and groups, you have to change your persona to fit in.
To fit in.
Beginning of crisis.
To fit in.
To fit in. And because maybe you are not courageous enough to say, no, this is not me in all of this. You go out to the air and laugh. You come back home at night. You are depressed.
You're depressed.
So what do? You go to social media to escape. Now social media will now give you another layer. The ballers. The women that are yellow. Like you. That speak accent. Not like me, which is the right man.
Wow.
You now see the money spending.
Yes.
You now start asking yourself.
Lifestyle.
So this person gets to here. Instantly now begin to enter the cult.
Just to belong. Yeah.
Wow. And let me tell you something about identity crisis and identity, which I think a lot of us miss. What you behold,
you become.
what you listen to, you become.
You become.
So look at this. I think it was Jacob, yes. When God told Jacob in the house of Laban, why didn't God tell Jacob, let those guys drink, let the sheep drink die? So they're going to alter their DNA and they will give it to sport. He said, no. Let them behold it. Let them see it. So what you see and listen to consistently,
yes,
you absorb the essence of that.
That's right.
Gradually become that.
That's right. Wow.
So that is just the issue right now with you. That's the major influence. And the influence is all over the place.
It's all over the place.
The environment, the friends you choose, the way you think, and the whole idea is just to influence the way you think. Once they capture the way you think, they've captured you.
So I think this just goes back. Do you think that there's a demonic agenda to make people not, get to find themselves, just to put them in a box until they do this whole circle until they die. They don't get to fulfill what it is that God has called them to do.
Yes, it's demonic, right? And okay. I'm trying to choose my words carefully. I'm trying to choose my words carefully right now because of the audience. Do you realize that Satan did not disturb Jesus, or it was not recorded that Satan disturbed Jesus till an identity by God was placed?
That's right. Before
God said, "This is my beloved son," he was regular, he was a cool guy, he was normal every day. But the day an identity was placed in him, the temptation changed completely.
Exactly.
The moment you decide, this is who I am, you must expect resistance. Why? What is the point of taking on a persona and identity without it being tested? This is where Christians miss it. They want the identity of Christ, but they don't want the temptation. Once you pick up an idea, you must be, and that is just what it is.
That's what it is. It's just like going against the tide. So when there's just a whole tide, there's a systemic, pushing everyone to go this way. Maybe there's a flood carrying everyone going this way. And then you say, no, this is wrong for me. This is the wrong direction. I want to come. I need to go back.
You are rebellious.
Exactly.
You have to put you back in form. So as I was saying, right, on the demonic attacks on Christians, yes, it does happen. It's part of the entire test. But I'm trying not to overemphasize that, because some of the resistances we face may not be demons.
Exactly.
It might just be bad habits
Exactly.
that you have just picked up all over the place. So, for instance, you are lazy, you sleep. You don't work. You don't study, you don't read. You're not intellectually sound, you're not interested in anything. A demon will just walk past you and say, this guy is really self-defeated. That if you not feel his demons, that is another layer of barrier you're giving yourself.
That's right.
Another layer of barrier. So yes, there are demonic resistances. Yes, those are they are, but beyond that, you check yourself.
Check yourself.
Haven't done all you need to stand to do to stand.
Stand. I know you already spoke about your testimony where you started, narrating about your personal journey, with identity crisis and all. But I that struck me when you started, right? But I want you to actually go in depth, talking about it, open it up for us to be able to connect to it, because I feel like this is one of the highlights of today's topic.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, it was an interesting period in my life, truly, at that point. I think that was what initiated the journey of finding out my identity. It was very interesting. Okay, so what actually happened was, I haven't started a business, sold importer for 2 US companies in Nigeria. Started the business about $1,200 within 3 months. Within 3 years, we were grossing about $60,000.
Wow.
Well, all of a sudden, about 3-4 years ago, everything just went crazy. I made in some orders, some shipment to come in, and so come by air. Air normally takes 2 weeks from US. Mine took about 2-3 months.
Wow.
Every shipment before my shipment came. Every shipment after my shipment came. But just mine didn't come. I lost customers and lost love. No problem. Let's all hope is unlost. Let's continue. And that ship was going to come by sea. So it was also take about 2 months, 3 months thereabouts. 6 months plus, it didn't come. Now by the time it finally came, I think I was able to supply next cash and carry those items. 2-3 days before supply, next cash and carry got burnt.
Oh my goodness.
I thought, what's going on here? Some months later, I lost my dad.
Oh my goodness.
So I was broke. I was busted. And I mean, it's a very terrible thing considering where I was coming from.
Yes.
At that point, I think I was just bawling. So mentally, psychologically, everything, and my wife just put to bed. And you're broke. And that's why I said, if there was a lagoon, I'll just jump. So when people go through these things, you don't know what is really going on in their mind. These are things you can't explain.
Yes, sir.
You can't explain. And at that point, we will look for anything to escape. It could be drugs.
Oh my goodness.
It could be alcohol.
Oh my goodness.
It could be anything else, just to create another reality from what you are going through. Now, that is where you begin to define your identity. It's a crossroad. It's a make or break. But I think I was lucky enough that I was in a good church. And I went back into myself.
Wow.
And I started asking questions. Wait, Femi, you are not dumb. You are actually brilliant. You worked with some of the best investment banking firms in this country. You are not dumb. What exactly is going on?
Wow.
Then I took the journey of introspection. It's a painful journey, I must tell you.
It's a painful journey.
It's a journey where you have to be sincere to yourself and tell yourself, listen, this thing is not working, this thing is wrong, all of those things. So like I said, every day for close to 6 months, I was praying, studying the Bible, and I was listening to a different kind of message.
Wow.
What was going on to me back then was I was re-engineering my mind.
Your mind.
And I didn't know that what I was doing at that time. I was just re-engineering my mind. I was listening to it. Didn't matter what anybody else told me at that point. I knew that I must get this thing right.
Wow.
After 6 months, things just started shifting. Okay, Femi, this thing. Part of the thing that shifted was, number one, the devil is not this powerful.
Wow.
Number two, God is love. God is with you. Number three, it's a journey. This is not the end of it.
This is not the end of it.
What's going to happen is the past is the past. Start building yourself anew with a new identity, a new mindset.
Wow.
So I came through that experience a completely different person from the person I have been all my life.
Wow.
I mean, it's so interesting that even when I listen to sermons from churches and everything, I hear it differently from what I used to hear. So it totally changed.
It changed you.
Things that could irritate me before then couldn't anymore. Like it just lost its ability to get to me.
Wow.
And the thing about identity is this, right? When you come full circle, you will not get irritated at things again. You just understand.
Understand it before it even happens.
I mean, not even before it even happens. If somebody yells at you or does something to get you angry, you understand that this person is also going through an issue. So you will not react negatively. You are just calm about it. And sometimes people will get angry. They are arrogant, they are proud. Why not even react? But the truth is that where you are, I've been there, I've gone through, so I know where you are. So there's a level of peace and calmness that comes into your spirit.
Yes.
So even if you are broke, you don't have things going on, you are still calm.
You're calm.
Because you know where you are going to. Dr. Mars will tell you that it's a very terrible thing for somebody to live a life without purpose. I agree with him 100%.
100%.
But I will ask, without identity, how will you know your
You
purpose?
can't find your purpose. We said it, yes.
So first thing first for me is get your identity right. And nobody can find that for you. You have to own it yourself. Let me tell you something that I found very interesting. If Jesus Christ walked the earth and he became a king, he ousted Rome and became the emperor of the entire universe and everything. A lot of people will say, fantastic, a great man, he served purpose, he did extremely well, he has brought peace to the entire world. But he would have known this thing I've achieved is not in alignment with who I am. Everybody will hail him outside, but inside he will be messed up.
If you didn't know that.
So you didn't know who he was. Now, what a lot of people are called failure in Jesus Christ is him aligning to himself.
Oh my goodness, that's good.
So we should be careful how we judge.
I love it.
And that is why some people will be going through one, they say, yeah, no. You don't understand this person's part.
You don't understand it.
So that is part of what I am doing. I will not sit at the Hubu thing. That's what we are doing. We will not sit down and tell you that this is who you are. No, we won't.
Definitely.
We will just guide you step by step. We will audit your belief system. We will help you audit your thoughts. We will help you audit your values. To the point whereby you yourself will say, I see it. And the moment you see it,
that's it. That's it.
Job done. I will not need to tell you
anything else again. Perfect.
Unfortunately, in schools, structured environment, we do not have the frameworks or the tools to help people embark on
the identity journey.
As simple as journaling is, that's why I'm holding a journal right now. As simple as journaling is, is a very invaluable tool.
Of course.
Self-discovery.
Of course.
Our schools don't encourage it. Our parents know nothing about it. Or the TikToks, the YouTubes, and all the social stuff. We know everything. But we don't even know anything about who we truly are.
Truly are.
So that was what helped me. And after my experience, I created 4 journals, right, which are called the WhoAmI journals, right? And they go 12 different principles, which I believe that anybody that runs through these journals,
will be able to find
it. Your mind will shift.
Wow.
As in, your mind will shift first of all.
Wow.
And anybody can use it. I ran it through some schools.
Wow.
And all the teenagers just loved it.
Wow.
I say certain things to them, they have never heard it before in their lives. And these are normal things.
Wow.
So the truth is that, right, and a caution to parents, teenagers are hungry.
They're hungry.
They are inquisitive.
They are inquisitive.
They want to know who they are, what they are. And if you do not answer them now,
the generation
what will be the next 5-10 years.
Perfect. I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed how you summarized everything. But I want to say something about this year journey. Would you say, because I realized, and last week we were speaking about this, and I said most times people will continue their life except something interrupts it, So would you say that now, looking back in retrospect, would you say that your business halting was saved your life? Or would you have it a different way?
No, not really. Okay, so part of the understanding that I've come to realize is this, right? It kind of gives me comfort in everything. Everything that happens in this life, right, is within the wheels and the system that God has formed. Right? And so if you have that at the back of your mind, you are naturally calm.
Yeah.
So the business going down and everything, I've assumed it to be part of the journey. I assume it to be a necessary interruption.
Exactly.
So there are some people, right? You've lost your job. Don't go and kill yourself. Find out, okay, what exactly is going on.
Of course.
You lost a spouse. Something crazy happened around. Don't go and jump in the lagoon. No, something else is going. And this is I'm a Christian. And one of the things I love so much in the Bible that gives me comfort is the riddle by Samson. Out of the eater shall come something to eat. Out of the strong, something sweet. So even in that dark moment that wants to devour could actually be the meat you're looking for.
Wow, I love it.
But the truth is that before you can accept that reality, your mind has to shift.
It has to shift. That's right.
And it's all rooted into your identity.
That's right. Thank you so much. Now, there's one, for people who are watching you now and, be in that space, what are some of the signs and symptoms that people, going through identity crisis will face for them to know that, okay, yeah, I'm actually going through this?
It's very simple for me. I have just one litmus test. Very easy. When you want to sleep at night, when it's just you, yourself, and you, at that moment, just before you're about to sleep, and it's just you, area is quiet. Check your heart. Can you sleep well? Now, why am I saying this, right? God, in His wisdom, has put eternity in our hearts. And we should pay attention to our emotions. Your emotions are also like a barometer to tell you what direction you are going to. An angry emotion that goes to violence tells you something is majorly wrong with you.
Wow.
That is something that we have totally ignored. So some people say, I am angry. That's the way I am. No, that is not the way you are. There is something wrong with you. That is why you act that way. But the moment you accept that that is the way I am, see, this is my personal philosophy. you don't cast out spirits. Spirits are essences that you allow in. You allow it in. For a spirit to stay, you must have given it permission to stay. You cannot meet an angry person and lay your hand and say, I bind the spirit of anger, get out. It will not work. That person has to wake up one morning and say, I am a peaceful person. The moment you say, I'm a peaceful person, what have you done? You have assumed a new identity for yourself. But if your identity is, I know they take trash, you give me one, I give you two, no time for anything, you have assumed a persona. So anger will just come naturally to you. So if you pray for your cast out the spirit of anger from you, but your persona, your identity is, I know they take crap from anybody. Listen, that spirit will stay.
It's to stay, exactly.
You will now begin to go through that identity crisis I'm talking about. You say I'm a peaceful person, but this is my identity, but I'm doing this. And I say, what is good? So at the end of the day, for me, it's very simple. When you want to sleep, check yourself. Am I peaceful?
Am I peaceful?
Am I calm?
Do I feel fulfilled?
Am I fulfilled? Now, check those emotions. When you wake up, when you sleep, those are the easiest barometer. Now, every other thing that is going on around you, yes, as real as they are, but the most important one is your heart. And you'll be sincere enough not to lie to yourself. Oh, trust me, during that my period, I didn't sleep. I couldn't sleep.
Wow.
Sleep was just, I just couldn't. I couldn't. I just knew something was fundamentally wrong. I just didn't know what it was. Never ignore your feelings. Never ignore your emotions.
That's right. Your body will give you signs.
And when you find yourself in a very negative place, don't justify it. That is the entire system. If something is wrong, something needs to be fixed. Something needs to be fixed. So really, crisis happens at different levels.
That's right.
But the most important barometer for me is check yourself.
Check yourself.
Check the patterns. Then you'll be strong enough to say, no, I don't want this.
I like it. So now, I have one more question. The last question I have for you before I ask you maybe to say something else is, for someone going through an identity crisis, how do they come out of it? I know you mentioned journaling, you mentioned introspection, meditation, but how would they, come out of, a situation like that?
Well, the only way you can come out of that situation is, first of all, accept that something is wrong. Now, that is where the major problem is. We live in denial. We say, don't we will rough and we are this. Calm down. Be honest with yourself. And that is just the first truth. Be honest with yourself. Then you need to find a system where you begin to journal or meditate on your current state. Maybe journal, a track record, keeping track of your emotions especially, and what it is you've been doing. You need to keep track of it. Then number 2, if you assume something is wrong, right, you need to ask yourself, what should be the right thing? Right? What you focus on, you attract. What you behold, you become. Now, focus on what you think is the right thing.
That's right.
So for me, I would at least my only way out of this thing is the Bible, God's word. And I focused on it. And I absorbed it gradually and gradually.
Wow.
So you need to understand what it is you want. It's not okay to say this is wrong. You also say, okay, what is right?
Exactly.
Now, some people might say, okay, I don't even know what is right, which is a problem on its own. Right? Now, that is when you now begin to search inwards. The truth is that what you're looking for is an alignment. Alignment with what? So, and the truth is that nature always tells you this is right. If only you're patient enough to listen. Number 2, your environment. You cannot be going through transition and are still hanging out with the old crop of people.
Oh, I love that.
It's not possible. They would actually draw you back. Now, your ability to disengage from those people, your courage begins to build to say no. First to yourself, then to them.
Okay.
And number 3, you're not able to create for yourself a vision of who it is you want to become.
Wow.
Most of us in this country are very good at critiquing, but we're very poor at bringing out solutions. So, who do you want to be?
Exactly.
Check out most business and successful men. They will tell you that, listen, what I am today, I saw it like 10 years back. Your identity calls you forth.
It does.
It's already there waiting for you. You just need to see it. And it's so unfortunate that the world is catching on to it more than us. We are doing things about parallel universes, parallel this, and it's true. Whatever it is you want is already in existence somewhere, but are you seeing it? I'm not talking about just mental assent. Do you believe it?
Do you believe it?
And so that's one of the things. Number 1, who do you want to be? Be honest with yourself. Journal. You need to disengage some people. You need to cut off some friends. Then you need to find yourself a place where you will meet people that will guide you. And they are not judgmental. And that is where a lot of people run into problems. We are so ashamed of our past. And we are scared that once we tell somebody, they're going to throw it open. No, don't go there. Look for a safe place where they will say, okay, I understand you, I know you, but don't we work this thing together.
Together, wow.
And you must be ready to be vulnerable.
And do the work, actually.
And do the work.
Because there's work to be done.
And that's exactly what it is. It's a hard journey, I must confess. You're going to face resistance, but it is
worth it, yeah. Wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Femi. I truly appreciate your time. I really enjoyed this episode because it was very deep. It was very deep and personal, right? I could relate. And because you had already been through it, last week I already shared, an experience, plenty experiences with identity crisis, right? When you're made to believe, that you're someone who you are really not, right? And a lot of people are really in that place where, they are living 2 lives at the same time. And, there's something inside them struggling to come out. And because they already taking a persona, there's already crisis, there's a wall, there's barrier, and they're in that place. And most of them turn to social media or for help because they're looking for help. So, I just want you to, before we actually, first of all, talk to us about this WhoAmI team. And I think you mentioned before we started that you're having something next week. Yeah. So for people who would like to join, you can actually just tell us about it.
Okay, thank you very much. So, second week of next month, I think August, maybe second week, yes, we are starting a virtual class, Becoming Me.
Nice.
And that's the title already, Becoming Me workshop, Thriving Mind, right? And what we want to achieve is exactly what we've described here. Create a safe place, a non-judgmental place where you can be vulnerable, where we break, more importantly, break wrong beliefs. Wrong beliefs, all right? And we'll help you discover who you should be. We have a workbook of about close to 50 pages. Different questions to be asked. It's a workbook. We've created a personality assessment test report.
Nice.
Whereby once you take the test, you have like a personality report that will give you a fairly accurate description of your persona. So for instance, my daughter, when she took the test, while I was test running it, after the report came, I said, Daddy, thank you. Now I know I am not weird. What did that tell me? It means that she was in a situation where her personality doesn't fit the people she's around. Peer pressure started coming. So she started feeling, okay, there's something wrong with her. But by the time she now saw the result, really? It's okay, I understand it, but there's nothing wrong with her. So there was no need for her to change her person to impress anyone. Right? So that's what we are trying to do. It's a 4-week course. It's a 4-week course into 8 sessions, 100% virtual.
Wow,
100%
nice,
virtual.
nice.
So, and I believe that at the end of that session, your mind will shift.
I
And you
love
see
it.
things differently.
Wow. Thank you so much for that. I'm going to put the link to the virtual, to everything, the registration, so you can actually just go there and then look at what it's about. I'm going to also put his details, maybe his social media account. So if you want to reach out to him, feel free to reach out to him. This has been very insightful, speaking with him. I've known him, but I've not known this part of him, which shows that, you might just be interacting with people and, you might not know their journey or what they're really facing. And most times we have to be very, very careful how we speak with people, even jokingly, because they might be in a very, very thin layer of their life that if you just make a very bad jab, it can actually make them, do something that will just, treat, So let's be very careful, with how we interact with people. I'm pleased. I feel like this episode is going to help people as much as I feel like you should share this to as many people that, just share it to many people. You don't need to know if they're going through, whatever, just share it to them. You might actually save a life. I mean, he wanted to jump in the lagoon. I wanted to take my own life.
Really?
Oh yeah, one time like that. Yeah, I was in that place, it's a very bad place. And that's I have a lot of I told you guys we'll be sharing a lot of these things in this series. We'll go deep because we'll go deep and personal and talk about real issues and how to come out of these issues. So thank you so much for sticking with me. Thank you so much, Mr. Femi. Thank you. I really enjoyed our session together, truly and truly. I really did. So do well to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you, and see you next week. Bye.